Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. We're going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Battle Cat Cringer. The box only says Battle Cat. But yeah, this is for the movie and that fell off. I'll talk about that right now. But he is based on the movie. As my previous reviews, I've only been reviewing the movie Masters of the Universe figures because they're fantastic, so check out those videos. Yeah, but we have the Battle Cat or Cringer, whatever you want to call him, and he is a massive figure. I mean, here's He-Man for scale. I mean, it's just super massive. I love what they did with the Battle Cat here. He has great articulation. I think Mattel, doing Hammond Collection, might have learned a few tricks on how to do articulation for animals, but look at that range for the sort of elbow. I mean, his legs can go out about that much, and then they go forward. There's some hinge here at the foot and then pivoting, which is great. You have two, and it's the same for this. I mean, here you get a little more because you have the hinge here. They can spread out, go forward and back like the front legs. You have this other cut down here which can pivot and rotate and hinge, and same for the feet. But here at the torso you get two joints here which allow him to, not a whole lot, but he can kind of twist and hunch over, kind of. Again, not a whole bunch of range, but I still appreciate that it's there. It definitely helps with the posability of this cat. You have his tail which hinges up and down, and it can rotate, so you can have it straight up or straight down, straight outward, whatever you want. You have the neck articulation here which he can rotate all together about that much, which isn't too much side to side, but it's still something. He can look down about that much and up about that much, so it's pretty good. His head can rotate. This piece can also kind of rotate in there, so you can give him some more expression. And his mouth goes up and down. That's as wide as it can go, and closed. Now, something I really appreciate them doing, I think this is just because it's Mattel and because we've kind of seen this with the Hammond Collection. I actually have a Stegosaur in here. I mean, just look how big they are. They're like the same size. But with the Stegosaur, I don't think I ever reviewed this, but with the Stegosaur, look at that. We have a glass eye with an eye in there. The eye pupil is painted on the outside of the marble eye, which I think some people preferred, but it does what they did with some of the carnivores, which I don't have here. That pupil was actually painted inside of the marble eye to give the illusion that the eye is moving. Now, I think they took a few notes from the Hammond Collection team and they transferred some of those notes over to create this great illusion with the eyes. As you can see here, the eyes move depending on the angle you're looking at it, so he's always looking at you. No matter which angle you're at, he is always going to be staring at you. Look at that. The eyes just follow you. I don't know how well that's going to look on camera, but the effect is there. Kind of like what they did with the Mario Brothers, the Super Mario Bros. Movie toys. They were able to replicate that here. And I think it's just wonderful. It makes them more fearsome. It's a little more dynamic. It kind of sucks for some of the photography because he's always going to be looking at you. Especially, I mean, if you take a picture of him like that, you can't really see his eyes, but he's always going to be looking at you no matter the angle. And I think they did it wonderfully with this Battle Cat. I know they've tried it with the Hammond Collection, but they haven't really make that work, and a lot of people started giving up hope on it and they didn't want to see it anymore. I think that's why the stegosaur had the pupil just outside of the marble. Just saves them the hassle of the pupil really not showing. And I think that's another issue with the Hammond collection. The pupil wasn't very prominent. It would just kind of fade away at certain angles, but here the battle cat shows they're not fading and you can still see them there. So that is just very cute, and a little creepy, but it's a nice feature to have on this battle cat. Now detail wise, you can see the inside of the mouth there, pretty plain, not a whole lot of detail. And again, there's just his yellow stripes throughout the body, a lot of fur texturing. I like the kind of wash down here for the more like lighter green that he has. And there's a tail and his armor. There's some texture on some of the straps. Very minimal texture here for this kind of leathery, I guess, material that he uses. But not a whole lot of paint on this or any kind of wash, which is kind of a shame. You can remove it to have the basic Cringer. I guess I can demonstrate that here since it's kind of easy enough. I don't mind doing it. And yeah, I just untap those two buttons, take it off, and there you go. You just have a base Cringer the cat, not Battle Cat. The headpiece is kind of a bummer though, because it doesn't really stay on there very secure, and you can still see his eyes through the mask, which is very cool. But it's not the greatest fit on the head. As you can see, it's just with a few taps, it's very loose on there. It doesn't really peg on there or slide into a good friction area to keep it in place. So just be mindful that it can just pop off like that. That being said, not much else going on for Cringer the cat. He's just a big cat. He looks great, and he's gonna scale well with He-Man. Let me just put this back on. I do love that a lot of these figures you can just take off some of the vests if that's something you want to do. Why they gave us that option, I'm not too sure, but it's a very welcomed feature for a lot of these Masters of the Universe figures, and that should be good. But yeah, this cat is really fearsome looking. He's just huge. Maybe one thing, the joints might be a little loose. As you can see, the weight of it might make them bend down in a weird way. I haven't really posed it either, so I'm not too sure how the joints are gonna hold up, but let's see. Same on a kind of four leg stands there. No, they seem to hold the weight pretty well. And you do have the painted toenails in black, so that's very nice. I mean, the face here as well, you get the nice little pink nose. You have some little lighter greens here, so that's pretty cool in terms of paint. Articulation's amazing, as I mentioned. But this is what we want to see here, right? Is He-Man riding his trusty steed, the Battle Cat. And he does have a little handle here, so you can probably get He-Man to hold it, but I don't want to take out He-Man's extra hands because they're stored away. And let's put this to give it that final look. And oh boy, that looks cool. And yeah, the back leg is kind of folding weird, but yeah, that's cool. And as you can see, Battle Cat is just staring at the camera. Again, depends on the angle. He's always going to be looking at you. He-Man, sit up properly. But yeah, there you have it. There's my review on the Battle Cat for the movie. Spoiler alert, he doesn't do much in the movie. He does have like one fight scene, which is cool. He has a scene at the beginning when he was a little Cringer cat, which is very cute and adorable. But other than that, we don't really see him in his armor until one of the ending scenes, honestly, and that was about it. I mean, they definitely are probably saving that for a sequel, like actually seeing him with his armor in full action. But yeah, we only got a small glimpse of it towards the end of the movie, and then yeah, he doesn't really do much in the movie either. But he's still in it. He's cool, and the action figure is cool. I just wanted to check on this because it looked like it was stress marks on the vest, but no. This one is just warped weird, probably from the packaging. Is that a stress mark? I'm not too sure. It looks a little white, but it might just be the lights bouncing off in a weird way. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in a future video.